Shut the freak up. We're starting, you piece of trash.
So, hey, do I kiss you first or do you kiss me?
It's so stupid.
Give me a soul.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? It's your boy KiteZz. I'm here doing an anime discussion featuring my buddy SnipingZom.
Yeah.
Nah, that is so cringy, bro. That is so cringy, bro. I just do not like that at all. But you know what? You too. Anyway, so today we're gonna talk about the anime called "The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime." Now, I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you've seen the little speed review that I'm gonna do.
If you have not seen it, get out. You're not a true anime fan if you haven't saw it.
Jesus. Anyway, he said, "Get out." we kind of need them to stay. Their views, but So to give a quick premise, do you want to give a quick premise of the anime, or should I?
It doesn't really matter, but I mean, I guess I get a rundown.
All right, go ahead. Hit these folks with it.
So, but anyway, if you have not saw the anime, quick spoiler alert, because it's gonna be some spoilies in this bad boy. Just letting you know right now. So don't say we didn't tell you so. But anyway, right. So it's basically about this Japanese guy.
Okay.
Who would have thought? He was
an anime about a Japanese guy. Yes, sir.
Exactly, bro. It's like it's so unpredictable. Like
it's out of nowhere.
They're getting good with this. Like
it's almost like imagine American cartoons with actual American people. That's just crazy,
bro. Like that is crazy. Like, bro, that'd be a dream. But anyway, so now don't get mad at me because I love animes, but a lot of the times I'm not like too thorough when it comes to names. So, but yeah, the main character, who's Rimuru, he was injured. I think he was in his 30s, and he ended up getting stabbed.
He was
killed right there on the spot.
He was a miserable corporate employee.
I don't think he was really that miserable.
He hated his life.
I don't think he hated his life that much.
He hated his life. He was literally.
I don't think he was a miserable, but I think that he was kind of like, well, my life could be better, but I don't think he was like miserable.
This man's dying will was, hey, homie, go to my house and delete my browser history. This man was not living his best life.
I mean, but bro, it's like that doesn't mean you're miserable. Like I would tell Lauren to do the same thing.
First of all, why would she? What do you got on there? Like my thing is.
Okay, that's for me to know and for you to cry about. Like we ain't getting into that. So it's like,
all right, man. So I'm just saying, no man can be happy when he's sitting there talking about his only joys is going to drink and going home to go to his computer. Like I
mean, bro, that's a otaku for you. Like, come on, bro. Like, but anyway, but he was stabbed. And he got reincarnated into a land far, far away where dragons roam and dragons fly.
No.
Literally. Quite literally. And he was reincarnated into a slime, right? So he stays in this little cave for a long time. He meets this dragon called Veldora. And, they become besties, foresties. That's a quote, by the way.
That's an actual quote.
Thank me later.
That's actually a quote. Yep.
And so basically he leaves the cave after being friends with Dragon. Like I ain't gonna spoil it too much for you, so I'm gonna leave some details. I'll just give you the gist. And basically he creates this village called Tempest, and from there he gathers some goblins, dire wolves, orcs, and he goes on his adventures fighting different foes and everything like that.
Right.
And basically connecting to other kingdoms, nearby kingdoms, like becoming like traders, and because he's like wanting to make Tempest a a route for traders to come through to make that city popping.
Right,
how all this shit is going on. I never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
yeah.
I forgot we censored. But
God, that's the first one. That's the first one.
but no, for the most part, it's like and he becomes a pretty good leader, and that was kind of like for like season 1. It was just basically showing the build of Tempest. Season 2, that's when you get into that good-ish. That's when Rimuru come, Lord Rimuru. Mm-hmm. Hey,
you gotta put that Lord, that
Lord.
Lord on that title.
Lord Rimuru. You gotta add some emphasis to that Lord.
He ain't just regular Rimuru. He's Lord Rimuru.
He's Lord Rimuru. You know how like you wouldn't go with the Beerus and be like Beerus, which you gotta say Lord Beerus.
Lord Beerus.
Lord Beerus. So you feel me? So it's like put some respect on Rimuru name. All 3 of y'all. Now are we done or are we finished?
Talk to us.
Feel me?
Anyway,
exactly.
So I'm gonna cut in here.
Go ahead.
Quick.
Go ahead.
One of because we're actually delving into the first part of the topic I wanted to talk about. All right, this anime, right? I think it's an underrated gem. I feel like it's not talked about enough, right? But yeah, I'm going to ask you, this is going to be the first talking point about the anime. It's the story, right? Huh?
I thought you were going somewhere else. Go ahead.
Now the story as a whole, right?
Love it.
And if you had to scale it from a 1 to 10, right?
10.
No, you can't do that because
Yes, I can.
Is that good to you?
Man, put it like this, bro. And I know this may be a little bit controversial, but I will watch That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime before I'll watch Attack on Titan. If I had the option was you can only watch one or the other one.
Oh wait, hold on.
I will pick That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime.
You talking dangerous?
No,
that's a dangerous hot take.
No, it isn't. Like, I mean, that's just me. That's
dangerous. That's a dangerous view.
And now, mind you, I love Attack on Titan too. Like, I keep up with Attack on Titan. It's like, but That Time I Got Reincarnated into slime, for me, it's like, it's a lot more entertaining and everything like that. Like, literally, it's way more entertaining. Attack on Titan I don't really look at Attack on Titan for entertainment. I really look for more like thrills and something I gotta watch closely, because like you can skip a couple of episodes of That Time I Got I can turn my brain off when I watch That Time I Got Reincarnated into slime.
Right.
Versus when it comes to Attack on Titan, it's not that I gotta really think about what I'm watching, but it's not really something that you just sit there and just watch. You really got to pay attention to the show. So it's not I don't look for that show. I don't look to that show for entertainment, if that makes any sense.
Right.
It's kind of like the same thing. I wouldn't look at Death Note for like, yeah, I'm going to sit here and just like look for entertainment. Like, I enjoy the show, but it's like, it's just, I got to be in that kind of mood to watch that show, right? Like I gotta have it. And I guess in a sense, I do have ADHD, so that probably do play a part into that. So it's like, pretty colors, right? Versus something that looks muted.
So I put this anime as, I'll put it as a solid 7. And my reason for giving it a solid 7 is because I give it 2 parts. Season 1, I feel like season 1 was like really just like really fun, really cutesy, really like, just casual. And then that's why I'm not a real big fan of like when animes are too sweet, right? So like
I see that.
as I was watching it because I love the characters, but the story wasn't really catching my attention because I'm like, okay, he's like casual plot armor overpowered. You get me? Like every solution was getting solved in like 3 minutes of him being on the screen, and that was kind of like, all right, you know.
But that's kind of traditional anime trope.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna explain why I switched up though. So for season 1, just off of what I saw in season 1, right? As he's getting his roster together and his characters are coming together and he's getting stronger and all that, I start getting more interested because I at points wasn't watching to see what he was going to do, but I wanted to see what the people he was gathering was going to do. You get me?
Kind of like the way One Punch Man is.
Yeah, like One Punch Man's overpowered.
Yeah, it's like the show really isn't that much about Saitama. It's really more about the people that's around him.
Yeah, and he's just the answer to the problems at the end. But you see the struggle of everything. Now, that's how I was feeling. I gave season 1 like a 7 out of 10, right? Or like a 5 or 6.
Like,
now season 2
it's definitely like this ain't a show. I'm mad that they've like stopped it right now, because season 2 was like,
it's all gas. It was literally all gas.
It's OP. Like,
now, if I could give season 2 a rating by itself, season 2 is a 10 out of 10, 100%.
But that's the crazy part about it. Like, season 2 isn't even done yet. It's not even done yet, and it's like, bro, like, seriously, bro, it's like they just had me like clutching the end of my seat, and then they just like, all right, cool, we're gonna stop putting the episodes for a little bit.
Right, but I know that they're doing. Okay. I know that all the seasons of animes that kind of came out, they're kind of, and I'm kind of happy they're doing it this way. They're going because when you, I'm happy they're doing it seasonal, as in like 2 parts, compared to rushing it all at one time, because one, it gives the dub people a chance to catch up and not have to wait.
Baby.
Yeah, it gives the dub people a chance to catch up, you know, because dub gets left behind by like 2-3 months, and then
that's their fault.
I mean, you was a dub watcher before. I told you to watch this in sub though.
No, because like for the most part, like I said before, I look at some animes in sub.
Right.
Like that time I looked at the entire first season in sub. The same thing, One Punch Man. I've never looked at the English dub of One Punch Man. It's just, for me, when there's too many words on the screen, that's when I'm kind of turned off and stuff like that. Was like, you're kind of taking me out of the anime. Like I said today, like anime like Attack on Titan, I would not watch the English sub for that. Dr. Stone would not watch the English sub. Hunter x Hunter would not watch the English. It's just too much talking. Too many dang words on the screen. And it's just like, I gotta go back. I missed that. So it's
right. You gotta constantly keep fixing it and trying to like, okay. So season 2, right? I give that a solid 10 out of 10. Season 2 was
easy.
I'm not even trying to get into spoilers, but it is a spoiler discussion.
I am.
So we already put the spoiling word. When my boy went and came home and saw that the humans had attacked, and if you haven't seen the show, when you watch the show, I'm sorry, it's a spoiler discussion, but you're gonna feel how I felt. When homeboy was sitting there fighting the little sword chick, right? And he's like, I need to get home, but she's not letting me get home for some reason. He wasn't thinking about, hey, my squad was, and this is why season 2 was so good for me. He was so comfortable with knowing his squad was overpowered and he didn't have to worry about them, that he didn't account for that this world may have something that weakens his species and like the different types of monsters he has working under him. He didn't factor like humans were still surviving for some reason. What were they doing to these monsters to keep surviving? So I loved it when he finally came back home after he escaped the chick, and he was like, dang, low-key, she almost killed me. If she would have hit me with that little special move of hers, I would have died immediately. And he said he came back home and saw his whole village was just wrecked.
Gone. Dead.
And that entire time, like the episode before where they cut it off, like he finally shows up and he's like, what happened? And I'm sitting there the episode I'm watching, I'm like, dude, I'm scared to see what he's gonna do as he sees all the casualties. And they built it up. The music was hitting. He was doing the slow walk. You see he had that little anime changing character eyes. How his pupils are normally all bubbly and full of life, and it went to that little crazed. I'm gonna kill everybody. Look, bro. Then he saw best girl on the floor, Shion.
Right hand girl, Shion.
Right hand girl, baby girl.
Boobzilla, Shion.
Shion Thickums. He saw her, bruh, on the floor.
McThickmans.
When he saw her on the floor, and he literally just said, "Oh, Shion," and the power started bursting out of his body. Because he had just snapped at that point. At that point,
and he was like, "Oh wait, I'm sorry, I had to catch myself."
Yeah, I had to catch myself. His whole army was looking at him like, "Oh, stop! Like, let's." They didn't want to show him. They didn't want to show him the casualties. That's how gas.
Well, see, the thing is like, no, he saw the casualties. They didn't want to show him Shion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's because remember he asked where she was like 3 or 4 times,
and they kept avoiding the conversation,
kept avoiding the question.
He's like, "Yeah, man, I can't." I can't wait to go relax with her. Where's she at?
Yeah, I even bought some alcohol back for her.
Where's she at?
She's gonna have a hard time drinking it, bro. I was like,
he's like, "Where baby girl at?"
Bro, stop playing. Where is she? See. Bro, all right, man. I'm gonna ask you one more time, man. Just show him, God. You sure, bro? Come on, man.
Yeah, we gonna have to show him eventually. Might as well. And as soon as he saw it, that man said, "Oh, it's personal." It's personal.
And then all of a sudden, he was like, "All right, man. How do I become a demon lord? I want to get everybody's soul back." Right. Well, you got to go and kill like I don't know, like 100,000 people. Okay, cool. So how many human soldiers coming this way? About 150,000. That'll do. Goes to the camp. All right. Well, y'all are all gonna die, but at least you're gonna quench my thirst.
Exactly that point. Y'all are all gonna die.
He does a Jesus pose, and all of a sudden you hear the music come on. Near, far, wherever you are. All of a sudden, like you just like soldiers walking. Hey Jim. Oh, not much, Paul. How's it going today? Man, how's sick? Jim?
That part.
Bro, but what the heck is going on? All you saw was just people dropping. Soldiers all the way in the background.
I said, and that brings on to the next point. The character discussion of this, right?
Oh, I already know who I'm gonna talk about with this one. I already know who I'm gonna talk about.
Alright, so compared to animes, how would you rate the character progression of all the cast in this?
Like comparing it to another anime, or just like
right? Compared to most isekais, right? Because that's the genre of anime. This is isekai, which is a person dying and being transported to a new world, right?
I would say that it is one of the better ones. I would probably say my top 3, which will be old dude who actually started the whole genre with the Shield Warrior. So it will be the Shield Warrior, the time I got reincarnated into slime, and Jobless. Those are my top 3. So okay. I've looked at a lot of them and stuff like that. But those right there are like my top 3, and like there are a couple of more that are like honorable mentions, but I just can't really remember the name of them right now. But yeah, it's like I know a lot of people said this genre is kind of played out, but I don't really think it's played out as long as like if they keep coming up with like freshness to it and stuff like that. Because like, don't get me wrong, yes, Is it the same plot? Yes, but it's still a different story. It's kind of like how people are like, how can you play Call of Duty every year? It's the same game. No, it's not. It's not really. Like there's certain new stuff to keep the game fresh. Is it the same concept? Yeah, true, it is. But it has new game modes, has new guns, has new characters and everything like that. So it's like, so I would probably say it has to be. I would say That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime is my number 3.
Okay.
Out of that genre. It's my number 3.
Right.
First one being Jobless, second one being
Shield Hero.
The Shield Hero, and then That Time I Got Reincarnated into Slime.
Right. Those are actually solid. I haven't seen Jobless yet, but people are saying like Jobless is like the original version of like the isekai. Like it's like this is what a lot of as a manga.
You haven't saw what again, sir?
I haven't saw Jobless Reincarnation.
No.
It just came out, right? I got time to watch it. It's only been out for like a while.
I'm back in a call. Now you haven't saw what again, sir?
I haven't.
Give you one more time.
I haven't seen Jobless.
You better say Dragon Ball Super or something.
I haven't seen it.
Dragon Ball Super? You haven't saw Dragon Ball Super?
I haven't seen Jobless Reincarnation. I haven't seen it.
I want a divorce.
So now, character-wise, right? Character discussion-wise, okay. I feel like in this anime, this anime has a very good job of making characters that you kind of wouldn't really care about end up being very impactful to what happens later on, right?
Oh, yeah.
For the prime example, the character I hate the most, and it's just because I hate the annoying trope of having characters that are stupid for the sake of being stupid. I do not like that, right? Gabiru, the lizard, right?
Yeah, Gabiru he is pretty.
I hate his concept, right? I do not like when characters are stupid for the sake of being stupid. And then I don't like when they show that character.
You know what? I'll take that. I don't think Gabiru is actually stupid.
No, I'm about to get to that. Because I'm about to get to it. Hold on, I'm about to get to it. You gotta hear my point first. You gotta hear my point first. Because I'm not done with it. It's 2 parts of that.
All right, go.
And I don't like when they show that a character could actually be a genius, but he has to be stupid for the sake of the show, right? Gabiru is always the butt of the joke. He's always the comedic relief. They always depict him as if he doesn't understand what's going on or he just can't get it right. But then the beauty thing that this anime does, because I would automatically write Gabiru off, they actually go, well, no, okay, he's stupid at times. This is really what he is. And this man blows up tenfold, right? Like, he's still stupid. They still use it for the butt of the joke.
But that's the thing, though. I don't think Gabiru is actually. I don't think that they're portraying him as stupid. I just think that they're portraying him as a person who's unaware of reality because he does not live in the same reality of everybody else. Like, you see the people that's around him. Like, he has people praising him. It's kind of like the whole Jake Paul kind of thing. Right? If you're surrounded by people who's like are yes men and stuff like that, if you're surrounded by people who praise you all the time regardless of what you do, you may not be a stupid person. You could literally just be unaware that the things that you're doing is unacceptable because you feel and you think that the world revolves around you because, well, for the most part it does in the people's eyes that surrounds you. So it's kind of like the quote from, I think his name is John Wood or something like that, where he says, surround yourself with smart people that will argue with you.
Right.
So it's like, it's just certain things about the people that you hang out with will humble you. if you're around people that is constantly, oh, you are a genius, like literally that's what they do to Gabiru. Oh, you're a genius, Lord Gabiru. I knew Gabiru. They constantly praise him even when it's not necessary, even when it's not true.
Right.
How could you blame the guy for having an egotistical mindset and being that big of a narcissist to the point where he's disconnected from reality?
Right.
Because he never had people to truly challenge his way of thinking until he joined, Tempest.